Yeah?
Yes.
It feels almost as bad as a Monday.
You know, I think it's just because of the kind of Monday people had.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. Okay, so obviously I work a second job.
Yes.
And was seeing people and talking to people yesterday. Everyone was in an interesting mood yesterday. It started off really good, and by the end of the night, people just seemed tired.
Yeah, that's why they call it Mondays.
I should call it Sleep.
That's a good joke. You didn't even laugh.
D-A-Z, okay, so.
It is funny and you know it.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey, did you hear about that guy from the other day? He actually turned out to be quite the felon.
From the shooting, yes.
From the shootout in Arab, if y'all remember us
quite the rap
talking
sheet
about
on him.
He did, yeah. So, there's that side note of news. It turns out he was quite the criminal. So, if you remember from us covering that story, he was killed by the officer, and we do send our best wishes to Jeff Preacher Warren, the officer that was shot. So, he hopefully is recovering well, and yeah, so we're happy to hear that he is still doing all right.
Absolutely. Now, there have been some other, off-topic subject matters going on. Local, the Shark Tank that's opening up, to teach innovation and business changes.
Holly Pond Middle School, yeah. And we'll actually be talking about that a lot later, too.
That's exciting. And the other thing is that the corporate buyout of Belk is happening. Now, a little brief history. I used to work there a long time ago.
You worked at Belk?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I worked in a lot of different departments for a lot of different people, and I might have sold you a comforter, and if I did, I'm sorry. Or shoes, or baby clothes, or anything. And I would not have expected that because, 2-3 years ago when I worked there, Belk was still a, southern retail giant. I would have never suspected something like this happening. And now, as they stated, a retail anchor for Cullman is now being shuffled off to another company for a purchase. And I find that kind of odd.
You never know how these companies go, but, even though they did have a corporate buyout, they still plan to keep all of their locations open.
There have been no confirmed closings, but they have stated that they will probably be having some layoffs, whether it be just within corporate or within the stores. I know there's been some turmoil from just conversation with some scheduling issues that have been happening since some things have been going through. But I'm glad to see that maybe some stability will come back to the store. Hopefully the name will stay the same because a lot of people love it.
I think so. They still plan on keeping Mr. Belk as their CEO.
He's the chairman officer still, so that'll be. For the longest time they were a privately owned company, so that's kind of exciting. Not exciting that he's having to, sell out, but exciting that they kept it for as long as they did.
Definitely. That's kind of unheard of, but yeah, that's still great that we've got our Belk. I know that's like a huge staple for Cullman, so.
And it apparently used to be Parisians, so there you go.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that.
All by and by, there was a store there before Belk, apparently. Alrighty. Well, you know what? Speaking of places that you can get things, we have some awesome sponsors, and these awesome sponsors have been gracious enough to give us some awesome prizes to give to you. So let's take a look at what those prizes are today. Alrighty, well, we have a day pass for 6 to the Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center, which is always fun. And a large 5-topping pizza from Cullman Pizza Hut. Those are equally delicious. Alrighty, so if you haven't already done so, check our Facebook page, call in and tell us who the sponsor of the day is. You can reach us at 256-734-7399. That's 256-734-7399. Again, check the Facebook page. You do not want to miss telling us who that sponsor of the day is. You want to win those prizes.
And our Facebook friend of the day is Carol Ann Wilson, and she likes Shark Tank and TMZ. We would love to give Carol a free large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue for being our friend on Facebook.
Okay, so I must admit, I actually went to Mad Dog Mike's the other day.
You did?
Yeah, first time actually being at the location. Not first time having his food, but first time being at the location. I had been passing that place for years.
It's at that quick stop, too, yeah.
It's in a good spot. I've never realized that was the name of the town. So I apologize as a non-Cullman native. I'm a moron. And have been going.
How do you not know Berlin?
Because I knew Bluntsville, I knew Holly Pond, skip everything in between there at Cullman. And that's how I knew things. So glad to know that exists.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and I can tell you where every one of the municipalities are. So
apparently.
We'll have to have a history lesson.
I'm eager to learn. All right, well, we've got some awesome guests today representing the Pilot Club today.
Yes, we do. Pilot Club is a wonderful organization that we have in our community, and we are very lucky today. We have Miss Peggy Day and Miss Beverly Wilkerson, and if you'll stay with us, we'll be right back with them.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
And welcome back, everybody. And like we said before, we are here with the Pilot Club, Miss Peggy Day and Beverly Wilkerson. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting us.
Of course, we're excited to have y'all. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the Pilot Club and what y'all's capacity that you serve in?
Pilot Club is an international service organization. The newest chapter that I know of is in Africa. There's chapters in Japan and
Oh my goodness.
Nassau, Bahamas, and we just went to an international convention with all the folks gathered there. I'm the incoming president. My term started 1st of July, and Beverly is on the state level, which is the Alabama district, and she is the lieutenant governor for this year. So.
Well, that is really exciting. Now, I know both of you have been with the organization for many years. Is that correct?
Yes.
How many years? I believe you said 15 for you. And how long for you?
20.
Wow, that's so incredible. Y'all do so much for the community. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things that y'all have done this year? I know y'all did that fashion show. I actually got to go this year. I was really excited. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
We have 4 major fundraisers during the year, and then we have some other smaller ones, but fashion show is generally our largest one. We have a pecan sale, which will be starting probably first part of November, and the rummage sale is going to be in October, and the other one is football raffle, which we hope to have an Auburn or Alabama game. That's still kind of up in the air. Most of the fundraising is done in the fall.
Okay.
But we support the Pilot Home, the Alzheimer's Support Group, the Mark Jean Jones Center, the Field of Miracles. We don't do a project with them, but we do financial donations to Hope and Mental Health.
Okay.
I think some others. I think those are the
main ones, yeah, for us.
Now, do y'all primarily focus on raising money for certain brain-related illnesses?
That was the major focus at the beginning of the club, but now caregiving, taking care of folks in the community, or caregivers who care for their ill relatives around the clock. We try to do some things for them. If they need a respite, or we do little goodie bags for some of them, or take things sometimes to assisted livings or nursing homes to the staff just to brighten up their day a little bit.
Okay, and I know that y'all often help out with just other volunteer opportunities. I know the Chamber has that Farm Y'all Festival coming up, and y'all always end up helping out with the chefs in that area,
Yeah.
and y'all do such a fantastic job.
We're
So
looking
are
forward to that. That's going to
are
be
y'all
fun
looking
with
forward to
celebrity
that?
chefs and
Yeah.
getting to sample the, what they fix up, and
I
everything.
know
So
that
that's
food
fun.
is so good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, last year.
Is a Chamber ambassador.
Right. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wonderful. I thought you were, but I
Yeah.
wasn't positive.
Right.
We have so much going on at the Chamber. It's incredible opportunities for y'all to be there. Thank you so much for your help and volunteering and everything. So can you tell us a little bit about this rummage sale that you have coming up?
Well, it's going to be October 23rd and 24th, Friday and Saturday, from 7 to 4 on Friday, 7 to 2 on Saturday. And it'll be held at the Cullman County Fairgrounds exhibit building.
That is great. And so what can people expect from this sale?
There's
Little
lots of
bit of
items. Yeah, right. Lots of different things.
Furniture,
Yeah.
appliances, TVs, clothes.
Books. Right.
whatnots.
Yeah.
Are you in need of any of that stuff?
You know, I'm constantly in need of everything, and I cycle through things so quickly that it's hard to say. I was going to ask. I've been to quote unquote rummage sales, but every time someone says rummage sale, the definition always changes from location to location.
Right.
So, as a gentleman who likes to brag that he goes to a lot of different sales, I would like to see how this one goes.
Yeah, please do.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, all the good stuff. I bet just you got to get there early to
I
get
just
it.
camp out beforehand and just wake up and walk right in.
Yeah.
Now, if you have stuff that you maybe want to donate to the rummage sale, could people out there do that, or?
Generally, we can accept donations from folks in the community.
Okay.
So,
Where do your items for the rummage sale come from?
from pilots, and there are some businesses
Okay.
that donate to us.
We start cleaning our closets out kind of early and start putting things back. So
Okay.
pilots usually have quite a few things themselves just to donate. So
Several storage buildings, rooms
Right.
full. And
Wow.
one of our members kind of does this year round, finds things and
That's
puts
neat.
it back. and,
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Well, if someone were to be interested in joining the Pilot Club, could you give them a little bit of information about that?
They can call me. I can give my number. We have Facebook and a website.
Okay.
You can go on that gives the contact information.
Okay. And what's that website?
Pilot Club of Cullman.
Okay.
And then
right now, the website is not really running like it should. So it would be better if they could to leave a message on Facebook. I'm the administrator on there.
Sure,
So if
okay.
they leave a message, I'll get back with them.
And is it the same thing, Pilot Club of Cullman for Facebook?
Pilot Club of Cullman.
Okay. And now, is there a minimum requirements for being a member? Do you have to, do so many service hours, anything like that?
No.
Are there any fees involved?
Yes.
There are yearly dues to the International, to the Alabama District, and to the Pilot Club of Cullman.
Okay.
Ours are minimal. We have a dinner meal at the Allstate, and so that's in the dues.
Oh, that's
our
great.
largest portion of dues for the Cullman Club.
Okay. Very nice.
And the clubs are now accepting males.
Oh,
you
okay.
know, if they would like to join.
Can't take it. I will be there.
That's great.
So,
that is wonderful.
we do not have a
yeah.
male in our club, but we'd be glad to have one. So,
We'll just make him join.
He's got his green shirt already, so.
I just
Exactly.
get it stenciled right in and we'll be there.
That is great. Awesome. So anything else that y'all have coming up? I know you mentioned the Priesters pecans. That's a huge draw for the community. A lot of people love those. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We've made contact with them, but their pecans are not ready yet, and we don't know prices yet. But usually around the end of October, we'll get our order in, and then first part of November, they'll come in, and then we'll sort them. Of course, we pilots make out their lists of how many they want or think they can sell or whatever. So every year seems like we get more.
Yeah. Did y'all sell out last year?
Yeah, a couple of times.
right.
I've had to go back 2 or 3 years in a row to pick up. They deliver our first order free because of the volume of the order, but then we run out, and I've had business down that way, so I've picked up extras the last 3 years. So.
Okay. Very nice.
We are selling plain halves and pieces, and honey glazed chocolate, and I think cinnamon. I think we're going to drop the praline this year because last year was not a good year for the pralines.
Well, how much do these vary in price?
They're all $12 a bag.
Okay. Well, that's great. It's kind of just straight across the board. And,
Which always makes it easy for people like me who can't budget. So.
and then they would make great gifts for anybody, or even, you know, if
Especially
you can.
towards the holiday season.
Oh, yeah, people start looking for our pecans. So.
Really sell a lot before Thanksgiving. After that, it's not as much, but I would think Christmas would be the bigger, but last year, Thanksgiving.
That pecan pie every Thanksgiving.
That's
Have
right.
to do it.
Yeah.
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 That's incredible. Wow. Yeah. Well, we'll have to get some Brewster's pecans.
Absolutely. We'll see what we can do about securing a few of those.
Yeah.
We'll be advertising and
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
We might bring you a sample.
Please,
Hey,
yes,
yeah.
we would
Free
not.
food, yeah.
We would not deny that at all. Well, can you repeat the contact information for the Facebook? And if you want to give your phone number, you can. If not, they can just go online. It's just up to you.
Okay. I don't mind giving my number. It's
Okay.
256-734-6049.
Okay.
And is there any other information you guys would like to give out about the club that we might not have mentioned yet?
Well, we do meet the second Tuesday of each month and at the All Steak Restaurant.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock.
So that's the dinner that y'all have together. And how many members do y'all have?
48, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Right now.
Okay.
Could mention that, pat ourselves on the back a little bit. We got the International Growth Award for this past year. We're having the most new members of any club in the
Wow.
organization. We had 13 new members last year, and that beat out Nassau, I think, by a couple or so.
Wow.
Well, congratulations. That's exciting.
Was.
Very nice. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for joining us today, and we look forward to that rummage sale and definitely those Brewster's pecans for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, thank you. We appreciate it. We enjoy everything and appreciate everything you do for the community. And if you ever need anything, you absolutely know where to find us because
Yes,
we'll definitely do
and let us know as the date gets closer if you guys want to tell us some more about it in detail. You're always welcome to.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
Thank you.
No
If
problem.
you'll join us again in just a minute, we'll be right back.
That's how fast the health information technology profession is projected to grow this decade. That's how much a health information technician can make in the first year. Who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycolemantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat
welcome back. So, some interesting things going on in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I've really started paying attention to certain bits. And this first one is kind of important. North and South Korea have reached an agreement to de-escalate tensions between themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, North Korea will apologize for planting landmines in South Korea that injured 2 of their soldiers, which is kind of a big deal because it is, again, North Korea.
Right.
And South Korea will stop broadcasting propaganda over the border that infuriated North Korea, which, again, was in retaliation to the fact that South Koreans were killed by landmines.
Right. North Korea is apologetic about the tension that has escalated between them, so that's good on their part. And the South Korean president stated that the main priority is national security and safety for their people. And they also stated that it will not back down to any further provocations from North Korea.
Absolutely. So, good for South Korea for taking a stand against North Korea, even with the threat that, has been going on. But I have to sort of congratulate North Korea for seemingly handling this a lot better than I think a lot of people would have given them credit for.
A lot of people expected them to have that
quick to anger attack kind of personality. And they've apologized and will be apologizing, and that's kind of different for them. I can't say that, good job, North Korea, because their country is still in a mass poverty, but good job to whoever convinced the country that the best course of action was indeed apologizing for the actions of it, and, I commend them for actually taking that action instead of violence.
Yeah, instead of being, a lot of people have commented that it seems very immature for the countries to fight about something, such as this and to compromise national security like they have. So for them to just kind of come together, we're definitely glad to hear about that.
Absolutely. Alrighty. And in other news, some other interesting things going on today. In entertainment news, Stephen Colbert's first guest as he hosts The Late Shows have been announced. Now, Stephen Colbert will return to television as the host of The Late Show on CBS after Labor Day. So not this weekend, but the next.
Okay, so we'll be watching him soon.
Absolutely.
He got his start on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart and is most famous for his show, The Colbert Report.
Yes, I actually was alive at the time period that he was still on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Yes, so that was kind of funny. But no, I was like probably 3. Now, on September 8th, Colbert's first guest will be George Clooney and Jeb Bush, which is kind of hitting the spotlight because of his recent presidential nomination, or presidential running nomination. That's the thing. So on September 9th, SpaceX and Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk will be the Colbert guests, and Uber CEO Travis Kalanick, will be the show September 10th. Uber has exploded in popularity, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Definitely. Other guests to follow, too, will be Scarlett Johansson, Amy Schumer, and Stephen King. So.
Yeah, because apparently Stephen King has a new novel coming out. That'll be interesting.
Yes.
So, good lineup from what I can tell so far. They have a Paul Simon tribute band that's going to do some stuff. Kendrick Lamar is going to be there. Toby Keith, apparently. So, I mean, a good opening. They're really pressing for him to do well in these first couple of shows.
I think so, too. I think a lot of people are supporting him, and, I think he'll do pretty well, but we'll have to see.
He's always been a gentleman that had some very interesting things to say, and he's got a good personality when it comes to television, so I'm interested to see how this turns out.
Definitely. Well, in Holly Pond, students are benefiting from a unique e-learning environment.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the show Shark Tank?
Yes, I have.
I watch it pretty much religiously, and the Holly Pond Middle School has used public funding to create a unique e-learning library that is similar in style to Shark Tank. The school is using that format of the popular TV show, so students can research, develop, and pitch business plans, kind of like they do in the tank. So, Principal Chuck Gambrill and teacher April Dean remodeled the classroom this summer to create a more relaxed learning environment. And the school purchased Samsung Galaxy tablets and iPads for the new library so students can download books to read. And the students are broken down into small groups and given an assignment on popular current products. And from there, they create their little pitch, and they must build and deliver those presentations just like you would in the tank. So it's pretty interesting. And they even have some incentive here. Groups will be judged, and winners will advance to a final round in February. So they're kind of, amping it up and making it seem
emphasizing that whole self-development for business, which is actually a big thing in industry right now, is the self-business promotion and trying to find funding for those kind of things. So this is exciting that, you know, a place like Holly Pond is doing this.
And at the middle school level, because you just can't teach those skills, you know, early enough. It really helps them to become independent and well aware of, you know, entrepreneurship and things like that.
And I mean, even throughout high school, when it comes to applying for jobs and such, that is the age level that you really learn the social skills that you'll take on. People will tell you college, but college by that point, whatever ways you have when it comes to learning business dealings has already been set. Middle school to high school is where you learn the social skills that you will take with you for the rest of your life and how you handle things. College is where you tune those particular instruments of your use. So, you know, I'm glad to hear this. Holly Pond is a great place for this kind of stuff. I am excited to see where this goes, because if this works, this might lead to other schools doing it, and that would be fantastic. I think the show's premises is a great idea, so I think transferring it to a learning environment is probably the coolest thing that you could possibly do with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of those Holly Pond middle schoolers. I wish I had been, you know, had something like that growing up. It certainly does really reinforce those ideals.
Absolutely, and you know, the technological advancements for them. I mean, they're getting Galaxy tablets and
yeah.
iPads. When I was a student, we had a notebook that I probably bought from Dollar Tree. So
I don't even want to talk about it. When I was like in first grade, I think I got to play on like Windows Paint, and just thought that was the coolest thing.
There's little typing classes that had Blue's Clues that told me to press certain buttons. Good times, good times. Alrighty, well now is my favorite part of the show. Again, I say this every day, but it really does excite me because I get to talk about the weather. And the weather again is brought to you today by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. So make the switch to Mitch. All right, looks like the high today is going to be 91 with a low of 69. Record high set in 1983 at 102 with a record low at 1927 at 52 degrees. Sunset tonight's going to be at 7:40 p.m. with sunrise tomorrow at 6:04. Those days are getting longer. All right, it looks like we're mostly clear for today. That's fantastic. Looks like the Gulf's going to have most of the brunt of what other weather we have, so we don't have to worry about that. We're looking at partial clouds today with a high of 81 with 0% chance of rain. Tonight says some thunderstorm chances, but a 0% chance of rain, so just kind of look out for some cloud coverage probably with a low of 55. We're looking at 0% chance of rain tomorrow again with a high of 79. So we're looking at mid to low 80s throughout most of the week, and then we're hitting the 50s and 60s for the lows during the night. So please start getting ready to bundle up. You're going to need it. I needed it this morning and didn't dress appropriately. So definitely keep your wits about you when it comes to getting ready for this cold weather.
I know, yeah. I was shocked that I had to put a cardigan on this morning. It was pretty brisk outside.
Well, from last night it was in the upper 80s and I was sweating, and then now I wake up this morning and I walk outside in a short sleeve t-shirt and I'm like, this is a bad idea. I'm going to need a jacket. But I know in 40 minutes from now I'm going to have to be sweating again, so it wouldn't help much.
That bipolar Alabama weather.
I gotta love it. You gotta love it, just like you do your mom. You gotta love it. Not your mom specifically, anyone's mom.
My mom's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's mom's awesome. All moms are awesome. All right. All right, well, if you'll join us again in just a moment, we will be right back.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
And our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi. And turn here for savings. Don't miss out on discounts up to 40% with Miss Catherine Morgan at State Farm. Call 256-734-4640.
And the Alabama Gourd Festival is October 17th and 18th. This is located at the Cullman Civic Center. The admission is $3 and kids 12 and under are free. For more information, visit www.alabamagourdsociety.org.
And the cookbook fundraiser for the Women of Faith group, Garden City Church of God. Those cookbooks are $12.50 each and proceeds benefit the church's food bank. Call Rhonda Davis or Patsy Kennedy at the numbers listed on the screen.
The Candlelight Walking Tours are October 5th and October 6th of 2015. These are guided tours through downtown Cullman. They begin at the Cullman County Museum and Fest Hall Marketplace. For more information, visit CullmanOctoberfest.com.
And don't miss out on Ben South's One-Liner Diner on the Southern Humor Highway. This is happening at the Red Door Cafe here in Cullman. Call 256-734-0599 for more information. Monday through Friday, that's happening 7 to 2, and Saturday 8 to 1.
And if you have a community billboard or would just like to reach us, you can reach us at our webpage, mycolementv.com, email us at mycolementv@gmail.com, or phone us at 256-734-7399. And remember to like us on Facebook at My Cullman Television.
And again, we are sponsored by Pepsi. And wishing you a happy birthday today, Miss Sharon Drake. And don't forget, we'll be drawing for that weekly winner on Friday, and that winner will receive an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. And don't forget to send us your anniversaries to win a $15 gift certificate from the Candle Garden. So go online and send us your birthdays and anniversaries.
And if you didn't already know, today's sponsor of the day was indeed Chick-fil-A at Cullman. Their hours are Monday through Thursday, 6 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 6 to 10, but they are respectfully closed on Sunday. So definitely stop by while they are open. Pick yourself up a wonderful piece of chicken. And like us on Facebook. We want to hear from you. We are very feedback driven. We want to know your complaints. We want to know what little information you have for us. Maybe we missed a story in the community that you wanted to hear about. Definitely let us know. We would like to hear from you because we love to hear from everyone.
Absolutely. Well, we have a very fun guest tomorrow.
We do indeed.
We have Mr. Ed Oakes, and he's actually a driving instructor. Can you imagine the life of a driving instructor? It must be
short.
Short.
That's probably the best description I can think of. Is
if I were his student, it would have been short. I'm not a good driver.
Not something you say on television. Don't tell people you're bad, because
they know I'm. Trust me, it's not hard to notice how terrible I am at it.
The biggest thing that I think I'd have to worry about is, I don't think I could press that emergency brake in the passenger seat hard enough. It would just be a hole in the floor where you'd Fred Flintstone the ground the whole time. But, he's a braver man than I, because I've ridden with some people that I would just willingly have jumped out of the car and taken my chances.
You've clearly never ridden with me then.
So. Yeah, that's a good thing. From your descriptions, I'm still here because of that.
Well, good. I guess you won't be riding with me anytime soon.
Don't worry, I'm probably pretty bad too, honestly. So those bad driving habits, maybe he'll teach us a few things that'll break those bad driving habits that we've picked up.
Yes.
Alrighty, well again, I'm Jacob Murphy.
I'm Natalie Bonner.
And again, everyone here at My Cullman Television hopes you have a wonderful Tuesday, and we'll see you in the morning.